War of the Roses, a la Shmoop. Like many artists, Shakespeare was itching to speak his mind about the hot news items of the day. TMZ wasn't around just yet, so somebody had to step up, right? Headlines included juicy bits like the Irish and Northern rebellions and the ongoing war with Spain. The English were also getting a little nervous about the country's future since Queen Elizabeth I was hardly a spring chicken and had no kids on the on-deck circle, if you know what we mean. Plenty of good material here for a dramatic play, right? But the plot thickened when Her Majesty banned all political commentary. Darn censorship. So, how do you make witty observations about current affairs when your axe-happy ruler is breathing down your neck? The answer is to go back to a similarly dysfunctional period in history, the War of the Roses. Sure, it sounds like a catfight at a garden party, but it was more like a really bloody game of tug-of-war over the crown of England. Check out this Game of Thrones. The House of Lancaster and the House of York were having a major disagreement over who should be the rightful ruler of England. Instead of agreeing to disagree, there was a flurry of army gathering, king capturing, drawing up of evil plans, and tacking on of Roman numerals. This cloud did have one warm and fuzzy lining. Each faction had a rose as their symbol. White for York supporters, red for Lancaster, which definitely made it the prettiest sounding war ever.
You look fabulous. I know, I love it.
30 years and lots of dead noblemen later, a future playwright had his cast of characters. That was easy. Going back in time was a good way for Shakespeare to weasel out of Queen England's gag order, but it was also a way to lay some knowledge on the masses. As you may have gathered, the 16th and 17th centuries had little in the way of media outlets. If you wanted to brush up on your history, you couldn't turn to a biography channel or ask Siri a question, or consult Shmoop. Sure, there were books around, but those were for rich people who could, read. Shakespeare's plays had plenty of entertainment value, but some ticket holders may have been watching for educational purposes. Shakespeare's plots take some liberties here and there, but many of the characters in his War of the Roses plays are legit. When folks packed into a theater for Richard III, or one of those never-ending Henry sequels, they learned a little about kings and queens of long ago, and came away with some pretty cool new insults to boot. So what's the key to the Bard's secret code here? Do his historical plays connect England's past to Shakespeare's present? Was the War of the Roses the perfect way to outfox the Queen? Are Shakespeare's plays an attractive way of sneaking some history into your diet? Or did he just really like the name Henry? Shmoop amongst yourselves.